Could your team members be more engaged? Are you looking for more commitment in the hopes of improving your team dynamics, your customer interactions, and ultimately your bottom line? Well, if so, you need to learn to know the difference between checking in on your team and checking on your team. So when I think back to my first job, the organization I worked for was really good at checking in with their team members. I remember we used to have to do these 6-month assessments, and I didn't do very well on a couple of them. And I got pulled into the office, and they were like, "Man, tell me what you were thinking when you answered this question." And I would explain my interpretation of the question, and they'd be like, "Wow, I didn't read it that way." And then I'd give my answer, and they'd be like, "Well, that's really a good answer given the way you interpreted the question. While it was the wrong answer, I now better understand your thinking." They also brought me in for regular reviews with my boss and my boss's boss to talk to me about what my career aspirations were. On the flip side, I've had a job where all they did was check on my performance. I got my worst evaluations one semester that I'd ever had. I cried. Okay. They were that bad. There were also only 4 individuals out of 25 who completed the evaluations, and I pretty much understood who gave me the crappy evaluations and why. But I was still devastated. And I got pulled into the office and was basically told, Nan, maybe you need to go back to remedial instructor training because these results are really unacceptable. I already knew they were unacceptable. I also knew why they happened. And I also understood that I probably was the worst instructor I'd ever been that semester, because during that semester, it really hit me. I had lost 6 very important people to me in the last 3 years, and I'd probably slipped into a little bit of a depression, but they didn't care. They never asked how I felt about the ratings. They never asked if I understood what contributed to the ratings. They just told me I needed to be better. And I just have to tell you, that first organization, that first supervisor, I would have done anything for them because they saw me as a person and they tried to really leverage who I was and what I brought to the table. The second person, it was really hard to muster some additional energy when I didn't really see as if they saw me as a human being. So if you really want to treat your employees as human beings, not human doings, do learn the difference between checking in on your employees, where you show you care, and checking on your employees and team members just to see if they completed what you expected.